Any outsourced accounting firm has seen a lot of files just like this one from a third-party payroll provider. Yes, it's got all the information, but it's simply not a journal entry. Now, messing around in Excel to get this into the journal entry format, then manually importing it into Sage Intacct, it simply takes too much time. In fact, in our conversations, we're hearing up to 20% of engagement time, and it invites errors. So let's not do that. We'll let DataBlend do it for us. This is the DataBlend dashboard, but actually in your day-to-day, you don't ever need to come in here. DataBlend provides a secure FTP environment. Open that up here. And if you've not used FTP before, essentially it's a folder for you on our server. That's the right-hand side here. And using your choice of free software, I can drag that particular journal entry input file from my computer to DataBlend. And that's the job done. We're using the same files that you're already using today, the same format. If I refresh this, you'll see that DataBlend has already picked up that file. It's transforming the formats, it's shuffling fields around, it's doing whatever needs to be done, and it's sending it all into Sage Intacct automatically. And if I come back to DataBlend, just for the purposes of this video, and refresh this dashboard, we can see that DataBlend has indeed picked up that file, and it's kicked off a workflow. In fact, it's completed the workflow. A really important thing for an accounting firm is that you have isolated environments in here. We call them groups. So client data is always kept separate. So these could be different clients, but you can access it through this one interface. Now, setting up DataBlend for those sorts of workflows is quick and easy. First step is to add some credentials. Now, if we look at Sage Intacct, pretty straightforward. Then we're going to set up our collectors, which pull in data. So in this case, if I look at my Excel payroll file, we see we're simply pointing at the local SFTP. We're putting in the file name, which can factor in any changes like a date or timestamp, and point it at the right sheet, in this case, sheet 1, to collect the data. Queries are where the magic happens. So in my payroll file to Sage Intacct journal entries, query, there's a fair amount going on here, but if we look at this one here, these are all the fields that Sage Intacct wants, and here is where we map the collected data. So here I'm setting the journal symbol. We can do things like reformatting dates, concatenating text together, whatever needs to be done. And there's a lot of fields in here, but the good news is you don't need to remember them. We have the concept of templates in DataBlend, and if I come in and search for a journal, one click will give me all of the fields that I need. Here they are, everything that Sage Intacct wants for a journal. So this becomes a scalable and repeatable process, and it's absolutely not just payroll, right? You can integrate all types of data and use templates for all sorts of different concepts, and we can work together to add more if you need some. Then it becomes a simple matter of piping it to the data target. Here, it needs to be the Sage Intacct journal entries, pointing it at that data target type. And then a workflow groups it all together into something that can be run scheduled, run manually, or as we've done, kicked off by a file drop. As we saw in the dashboard, that workflow is already finished. So if I now bring over Sage Intacct and go into my journal entries, into my payroll, we'll see the draft journal here ready to go, with debits and credits as they should be. So your people get to spend the time doing the work they want to do and the customers want you to do, and everything else DataBlend is going to automate.